Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. And it is Friday, August 12th. We've made it to the end of the regular week, although I know that for many of us, the weeks kind of roll. I mean, even through the weekend. But nonetheless, it is Friday, so I'm feeling the Friday energy. I've had some blueberries this morning, drinking my coffee, and feeling pretty good. One of the reasons I'm feeling really good is because I used my time really well last night. And that's what I want to talk about briefly this morning, how we're using our precious time. And I'm not talking about productivity and maximizing efficiency. Those things are, of course, all important. Getting things done, of course, being organized, etc. But one of the things that's really dawned on me is the importance of the quality of what I'm doing with the time I'm doing, the meaningful nature of it. And I got to meet in person with a young entrepreneur talking about his big leap journey and, you know, what he's trying to do with his company and the fears and the anxiety and the challenges and the different options that are presenting themselves and how difficult it is sometimes to make certain decisions to deal with other people's volatility. And so I'm going to be working with him and helping him with some of that prioritization moving forward. And I have to say that the roughly hour and a half, 2 hours I spent with him over a bowl of ramen in Manhattan, which was actually halfway decent, by the way, for all of our Tokyo listeners. It wasn't too bad, double or triple the price of a Tokyo ramen, but I digress. It was actually pretty tasty. So yeah, I mean, just that opportunity to be face to face with someone and get to take in the entire story. It is just such a different thing. And I know there's a lot of people who love Zoom, and I do a lot of Zooming myself and Slack and virtual communication. Nothing replaces face-to-face, full-body communication. It conveys more information more efficiently than any other type of communication. It's why I like the phone so much, because although you can't see the person, that direct audio, listening to the tone, I believe you get more of a sense of what's really going on with the person when you can kind of feel their breath almost. And feel the various forms of communication that are coming through, and not just the words. And so, very meaningful time. So I know we're all remote and it's hard, but I have to say that nothing roots me and connects me with my value, my purpose, my passion, and the real meaning that this work has in people's lives than sitting across the table from another real human being who's trying to build something for them and their life and their family and their loved ones, et cetera. And it has that deep, they're thinking about their business all day, every day, like me. And so to partner with people like that to help them is very, very meaningful. So whatever your business is, whoever it is that you help in your business, are you able to sit down across a table from someone or go to a park or whatever and just spend some time with a valued prospect or a valued client? Highly recommended. I'm gonna try and kick that up even more. I think one of the distractions that can happen with social media and everything being online is that, I know if you're like me, it's like my mind starts wandering to all these different places because you can go anywhere. I can help someone in Greece. I can help someone in, anywhere pretty much, right? But the flip side of that is, am I ignoring the community literally in my backyard? Am I not prioritizing the people who are actually the closest, physically the closest to me that I can go meet in person? That's a constant balance. And it may be different for different folks. All I'm saying is I think we can look to our backyard for a lot of resources, a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth, a lot of business opportunity, a lot of things. And that isn't to say we don't connect online, etc. But how am I ignoring what's in my backyard to my detriment? Always a good question to ask myself. And so I'm going to be considering that and doubling down on looking into what activities, organizations, what is going on around us. We actually have a new opportunity now as we're coming out of this pandemic, because it decimated so many in-person events, and a lot of people have gotten, really used to just jumping online and then going about their day. It's kind of a new frontier now for in-person events, conferences, and I believe, and look, I'm not showing you some big study to prove this, but based on my experience, yes, the world has changed, no question about it. Some things we're not going to go back to what it was, and we never were anyway. Things are always changing. And we're still human beings, and people still at a deep human level want better, more meaningful connection. So those of us who are creating those opportunities now for real, deep, in-person connection may have an advantage for creating that powerful niche community around you and driving your business, driving your influence, learning and growing at an accelerated rate. So I guess the question is, what do you have in your backyard that you're overlooking that you can connect with and use to your benefit right now? All right. So there's your thought for the weekend. Going into the weekend, I hope you have a wonderful time, restorative time. And I've put in for the lottery for the Tina Turner Broadway show. It's just about to leave Broadway. So I've put in every day this week. I've been putting in for the lottery, and I've not gotten it. I got on standby once. So fingers crossed, because it's I think it's finished as of Sunday. It will be its last show on Broadway before it goes out on tour, and I've heard it's really, really good. So fingers crossed that we get the Tina lottery tickets. I'm just not going to spend $200-$300 routinely on these shows, although they're great. So we'll let the lottery decide what I can see right now. That'll be a better path. All right. Listen, as always, thank you for joining me. And we're still figuring out what this community, where if we can even form a community around this, but at least we can form a large audience, and it's growing. We've got more and more engagement. More and more people are listening. So I want to thank you for listening. And of course, if you'd like to comment on something for now, hit me up on Twitter @MattStoneCO, @MattStoneCO. Visit our website, mattstone.co, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye for now.